Presidential Search Committee had their tremendous task to find a leader with a vision not only to carry out the great commitments of the college, but to interpret them in the context of a new and challenging time. They also sought an individual with proven leadership skills and a management style characterized by transparency, empowerment, respect, and a commitment to excellence. Also essential was a personal passion for and a commitment to the college's historic mission and values. Your performance as president this academic year has reassured us that these important criteria have been met.
The great commitments give contemporary Bereans a clear sense of the way in which the college's founding values can be expressed in today's world. I would like to invite 8 current and former members of the Berea College community to share these great commitments with all of us.
The first great commitment of Berea College is to provide an educational opportunity primarily for students from Appalachia, black and white, who have great promise and limited economic resources.
The second great commitment of Berea College is to provide an education of high quality with a liberal arts foundation and outlook.
The third great commitment urges those who work and learn at Berea College, quote, to stimulate understandings of the Christian faith in its many expressions and to emphasize the Christian ethic and the motive of service to others.
I rise to remind us all of Berea College's fourth great commitment, to provide for all students through the labor program, experiences for learning and serving in community, and to demonstrate that labor, mental and manual, has dignity as well as utility.
The fifth great commitment is to assert the kinship of all people and to provide interracial education with a particular emphasis on understanding and equality among blacks and whites.
Commitment 6, to create a democratic community dedicated to education and equality for women and men.
Commitment 7, to maintain a residential campus and to encourage in all members of the community a way of life characterized by plain living, pride in labor well done, zest for learning, high personal standards, and concern for the welfare of others.
Berea College's 8th great commitment is a call to serve the Appalachian region primarily through education, but also by other appropriate services.
It is my honor to introduce today Dr. Elaine Tuttle Hansen, who currently serves as Executive Director of the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth.
I've been blessed to learn from a remarkable set of teachers, students, friends, and colleagues, and I am so pleased to count President Roelofs among the most generous of that generous cohort. As a thinker and a doer, Lyle has contributed to my education, just as he is beginning to teach and learn with you. A scientist by training, and if I may say so, a humanist by nature, in the richest sense of that term, Lyle marries discipline and creativity, action and thought, evidence and intuition. And this balance and integration of qualities, too often set in opposition to each other, is so vital not only to the continuing success of Berea, but also to the future well-being of American higher education. And so many of you are, and you all have in your new president, a model to look to, a prototype, an exemplar, embodying the power and reach of this calling.
yourself to the service of Berea and these great commitments? Do you affirm your acceptance of these responsibilities and agree to discharge them to the best of your ability?
I will, with God's help.
In accord with the power vested in the Board of Trustees by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I affirm your election by the Board of Trustees and do hereby install you as the 9th President of Berea College.
On behalf of all the Berea community, it is my privilege to present to you this beautiful regalia in Berea blue.
Lyle, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my honor and privilege to present you with this medallion bearing the seal of the college and the words, "God has made of one blood all peoples of the earth."
It's an honor and a great responsibility to serve as president of this place that we all hold as our own. I accept this responsibility and the specific charges that come along with it gladly and with conviction. And I'm indebted to my colleagues who have read those commitments to us with elegance, with fervor, and with purpose. Here I will share an anecdote from my very first visit to the campus when being interviewed as a finalist in the presidential search. A campus tour had taken me to Presser Hall, and as I walked through the building, a student pushing a cleaning cart emerged from a bathroom on the first floor. I wouldn't say he looked happy that he had just cleaned a bathroom, or that there wouldn't have been other things he would have liked to have been doing with his time, but in his bearing and demeanor, he exemplified that dignity of labor referred to in our 4th commitment. And I thought also in that moment of the utility of student labor, because if students take on most of the custodial work on campus, as they really do, the savings can be used to educate more students. So let me now publicly thank that student, whose identity I have not yet discovered, for contributing early and essentially to my deep understanding of Berea. And if I had to identify the moment when I first knew that I really wanted to come to Berea, that was it. So don't look for an immediate expansion of our great commitments, but as our speakers have pointed out, the commitments are an ongoing task of interpretation and understanding. We are not in the same place as this institution was 157 years ago, and we won't be in the same place a mere decade or two from now. With our great commitments as they are, though, Berea is and can continue to be a beloved community with great reach and impact. It can and should be a national model. Lori often says that every state should have a Berea. Hardly a day goes by that I don't see an article, a statement, or some commentary somewhere on the urgent national search for better ways to provide affordable higher education opportunities to all deserving young men and women. Here at Berea College, we have an answer to those questions, but we can dream bigger. Beloved Bereans, let's go forth in the conviction that in carrying out our mission and our great commitments, this little school in Kentucky can inspire transformation in all of higher education. Thank you.
Today, we honor Dr. Lyle Roelofs, someone who has seamlessly grown to be an enthusiastic, collaborative, principled, and personable leader and friend in our community. We honor, and dare I say, officially welcome Dr. Roelofs, Mrs. Roelofs, and let's not forget their dog, Molly Roelofs, who, in less than a year, have grown to be dear friends and mentors to me and many other students. Whether it be helping students move into their dorm rooms at the beginning of the year, walking and running with us twice a week, eating weekly with students in food service, or attending numerous campus events, we all know from experience that the Roelofs are always ready to listen and lend a helping hand. It is safe to say that we are all proud to call Lyle Roelofs and Lori Roelofs our college president and first lady. And it is with deep humility, respect, and appreciation that I offer my sincerest congratulations.
My Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so fair? You may live in this garden if you keep the grasses green, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so pure? You may live in this garden if you keep the waters clean, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. The earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord, and he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my pasture so green? You may live in this garden if you will feed my lambs, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so free? You may live in this garden if you keep the people free, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. The earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord, and he walks in his garden in the cool of the day.